I haven't watched that many Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Dad didn't really like to get them from the video store. And so they were never around. I never really saw that many. Now I've reviewed Hard Target. I'll put the little box up at the end so you can all click on that if you wish, if you haven't seen that review already. But yeah, I haven't seen that many of his flicks, and my dad didn't like him, and I think I might know the reason for that. So Cyborg is a 1989 science fiction post-apocalyptic B-grade flick directed by Albert Pune. Pune? Albert Pune? Pune? Whatever. Written by Albert and also Daniel Hubbard Smith. And starring, of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme. There might be some spoilers in this because I got to talk about some shit. Straight away, I knew what I was in for when I saw the fucking Canon logo, and I was like, oh fuck. Uh-oh. Yeah, because in case you don't know, Canon movies are 9.5 times out of 10 complete garbage sauce. So, uh-oh. However, I can honestly say that Cyborg is garbage sauce. Yeah. Alright, here's the gist. Alright, so this woman, who's a cyborg, has to leave with this guy from wherever she is all the way to Atlanta, get some fucking cure details for some plague that's going around and ravaging Earth, and then come back with that so they can make a cure. Well, the person she's with dies at the start, and you think, oh, okay, Van Damme's going to help her. No, he gets knocked out, they kidnap her and shit, but he recognizes one of the kidnappers. Oh, sorry, one of the people he's had beef with in the past, and so he's on a mission to kind of hunt him down, I guess. Well, yeah, he has this female sidekick that travels with him, that he saves, and she's not that useful. In fact, she spends most of the movie fucking unconscious. Fight scene's about to start. Yeah, I'm gonna help. Crunch. And not actually unconscious for ages. Like, he has to pick her up to take her somewhere. Like, she's not down and, like, staying down because there's a knife on her or something. She's like, no, she's unconscious. And they just like, whatever. Okay. So, yeah. Another thing I want to mention is Fender, the bad guy, the main bad guy. In fact, a lot of characters here have names based on guitars. Jean-Claude Van Damme is Gibson. The bad guy is Fender. There's others, but who cares? Now, he goes to burn this town down because he wants a boat. I don't know why they don't just give him a fucking boat. But anyway, he's like, I want a boat. Oh my god, I can't, man. He goes up to this guy. He's like, I want a boat. I can't swim, asshole. Punch. I hate water. Beats him up. Kills his wife. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, this is your bad guy, boys and girls. Give me a boat. I can't swim. I hate water. All while he's beating people up and massacring them and shit. And yes, it's... Everything about this movie, except for one thing, is bad. The acting, bad. The fight scenes, they look like they're in slow motion. They're bad. Jean-Claude's pretty good. So you know, if you see him with a better director, his actions and kicking and shit's going to look a lot better than it does in this one. This one's fight scenes all look like they're in slow fucking motion. The characters are boring. The story is cliched and like that woman who keeps getting knocked out. Like, there's one scene where she actually gets to fight someone, cuts their hand off, and as she kills them, she gets knocked out as well. So she gets knocked out again. What? The bad guys all capture Gibson at some point, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to kill you. And they put him up on this old wreck, crucifix style and shit. And then they leave him there to die. Good thing they didn't find the woman that had been around, following in this whole movie, who was unfucking conscious the whole time, because she lets him down. And in fact, this movie is a letdown. It's fucking weird. It's even got a flashback, right? All right, here's what happens. He's with his female sidekick lady, and they're at the beach, and you think something's about to happen because she takes her top off. He puts her blankets or something, whatever, back over her shoulders, just to say, hey, we're good, but we don't have to, whatever. And then there's a flashback of him about to have a love scene with a woman that gets killed. And I'm just like, all right, we know they have a connection and stuff, but do we need to avoid this sex scene then go back to this sex scene? It's kind of bizarre. But I wish this movie had more of, I want a boat, I can't swim, asshole, I hate water. If the movie had more of that, I would have been like, this is fucking cheesy, crappy gold that you all should watch just for all these ridiculous lines. But that's pretty much the only ridiculous line. The plague is kind of an afterthought. Like, none of the characters get it. Like, you think at some point maybe one of the main characters gets it, right? And so they have even more incentive to kind of help this cyborg complete her mission and shit. That never comes up, man. Yeah, it was just an afterthought. It was just an extra thing to have for Gibson, Van Damme to go after the bad guys. But he didn't need all that. He's got the revenge thing because the bad guys, killed his woman and stuff. I don't know. This movie was kind of a bore fest. And I reckon if my old man had seen this in 1989, got the VHS, Cyborg, ooh, that's sci-fi in action. Dad likes that shit. I reckon if he put it on, watched it, and thought, nah, this movie sucks, he might have remembered Van Damme years later, him being this big star, and him just like, nah, I'm not fucking watching no Van Dammes. Can't blame him. I'm going to give... By the way, a movie like Cyborg, I don't know, you think the cyborginess would be a really cool part of the film, like the bad guy is a cyborg, so he's harder to defeat, or fucking Van Damme's part cyborg because of the stuff the bad guys did to him or something. But no, it's just this woman who gets kidnapped easily, doesn't resist the kidnappers or anything, and it's... Oh, I'm done. Cyborg. Yeah, you can see the spelling there, right? Mm-hmm. Gets a 3. A well-earned 3. Oh yeah, the only thing that looked good about this movie, because everything else was complete turd, was how it looked. And I was like, how is it everything else so bad, but the movie looks actually pretty damn good? Well, it turns out that Canon wanted to make a He-Man sequel, which didn't go through because they were losing money, so they had to give up the He-Man license, but they had all this shit made already, all these costumes and sets and shit, so they used that for Cyborg. Oh well. So, imagine how this movie would have looked if they didn't have that shit around. Yeah. Bad. Alright, give me a like, dislike, share, subscribe, all that malarkey. Follow me on the tweeties. And I'll see you next time. Oh, let's do the... Alright, Cyborg can go down here next to Zardoz. It's a sleepy time doubleheader right there.